Adult services. What families need to do before age 21. If your child receives GAPP services in Georgia, there's a moment that sneaks up on a lot of families: the transition to adult services. I'm sharing this as a parent and caregiver, because this is one of those topics nobody really sits you down and explains clearly until you're already stressed and close to the deadline. GAPP, Georgia Pediatric Program, is a pediatric in-home nursing program. That part matters because once your child approaches age 21, GAPP ends. There is no automatic rollover. There is no letter that tells you exactly where your child will land next. Planning ahead makes all the difference. The first thing families need to understand: there is no single adult program that everyone transitions into after GAPP. What comes next depends on why your child qualified for GAPP in the first place, whether their needs are primarily medical/physical, functional, or intellectual/developmental, what level of care they will require as an adult. Many families assume there's a GAPP for adults. There isn't. Instead, families move into adult Medicaid waiver programs, and choosing the right one is key. The adult waiver most medically fragile youth transition to. For many medically fragile young adults aging out of GAPP, the most common next step is Independent Care Waiver Program, ICWP. ICWP is a Georgia Medicaid waiver for adults ages 21 to 64 who have severe physical disabilities or traumatic brain injury, meet an institutional level of care, need services to remain safely in the community instead of a facility. If your child relied heavily on nursing-level care under GAPP, ICWP is often the closest match in adulthood. Other adult pathways families may need to consider. Depending on your child's needs, one of these may be more appropriate. Elderly and Disabled Waiver Program, EDWP. This includes CCSP and SOURCE. These programs serve adults with disabilities who need help at a nursing facility level but can remain in the community with supports. Now/comp waivers through DBHDD. If your child's primary needs are related to intellectual or developmental disabilities, the adult system shifts to DBHDD. Access starts with your DBHDD regional field office, not Medicaid directly. Some young adults have overlapping needs. When that's the case, families often pursue the best fit waiver first while also confirming whether now/comp planning list steps are required. Step by step, how to transition from GAPP to adult services. Step 1. Start earlier than you think you need to. Aim for 6 to 12 months before your child turns 21. Adult waiver programs involve applications, screenings, and sometimes waitlists. Starting late increases the risk of a gap in care. Step 2. Confirm Medicaid eligibility for adulthood. GAPP is Medicaid-based, so Medicaid eligibility is the foundation of everything that comes next. Eligibility is handled through DFCS, and adulthood can mean a change in category. If you're unsure where your child stands, don't assume it will carry over automatically. Confirm it. Step 3. Identify the correct adult track. Here's a simple way to think about it. Medical fragility/severe physical disability, ICWP. Functional disability/long-term care needs, EDWP, CCSP or SOURCE. Intellectual or developmental disability, now/comp through DBHDD. If you're unsure, you're not alone. Many families ask questions in more than one system before landing in the right place. Step 4. Apply to the adult program. ICWP, ages 21 to 64. Applications are handled through Alliant Georgia Medical Care Foundation. Phone numbers families commonly use: 800-982-0411, 888-669-7195. You can also call the Georgia Call Center at 1-800-GEO or GIA 1-800-436-7442 for direction. WBCC/SOURCE. These programs are accessed through the Area Agency on Aging System. EDWP application line: 866-552-4464. SOURCE application line: 888-669-7195. Now/comp waivers, DBHDD. Start with your DBHDD regional field office. Example from Metro Atlanta, Region 3. 3073 Panthersville Road, Building 10. Decatur, Georgia 30034. 404-244-5050 or 404-244-5056. Step 5. Build a transition packet. This helps more than you realize. Having everything in one place saves time and stress. Try to gather current diagnoses and a care summary, physician orders and plan of care, recent hospitalizations or specialist notes, medication list, proof of Medicaid eligibility, a written snapshot of daily care needs, hours, overnight needs, equipment, safety concerns. This packet becomes your reference point when talking to agencies, case managers, and intake staff. Step 6. Use GPP as a resource before services end. Before your child ages out, reach out to the GPP program specialist. Phone: 40468351113. Email: gpp.inquiries@dis.j.gov. Where your child is in the GPP timeline. What documentation should be carried forward? What adult programs families in similar situations typically pursue? A realistic transition timeline. 12 months out. Identify adult programs and start gathering records. 9 to 6 months out. Submit applications and complete screenings. 3 to 2 months out. Follow up regularly and get updates in writing. Final 30 to 60 days. Confirm how care will be covered once GPP ends and what backups are in place. Final thoughts from one caregiver to another. Aging out of GPP can feel overwhelming. It's emotional, it's complicated, and it often happens while you're already juggling a lot. But with the right information, early action, and steady follow-up, this transition can be managed. You don't have to do everything at once. Just don't wait until the last minute. If you're reading this early, you're already doing the right thing. How Georgia GEP